Welcome to my YouTube channel VB Academy of Commerce and Business Studies. I am Dr. Vijay Giri Bhikshapati, Head Department of Commerce, SRR Government Arts and Science College, Karimnagar, Telangana, India. My email address is bvijayagiri@gmail.com. I am going to deal the second part of the measure of skewness. So before going to the second part of the measures of the skewness, so I would like to uh, reintroduce the concept. If the recorded value of a variable form a symmetric distribution, the median and mean are identical. Yesterday in the previous class also it is explained that so mean median mode when are identical, that data is called normal data. Whereas the data, if it is not identical, mean median mode, if mean median mode are not identical, mean is equal to median is equal to mode is called normal distribution data. Normal distribution. When it is mean e x bar not equal to me not equal to mod, then it is called skewed distribution. Skewed distribution. Okay, so this distribution is called skewed. So here the two words are very important. One is symmetrical bell shaped curve and another one is not a symmetrical, that is asymmetrical and not a normal curve. So normal distribution have a skewness is 0, while this one is normal distribution has a skewness, the bend is 0, while log normal distribution have some right skewness with some degrees. Right skewness with some degrees. This is what about the skewness. Okay, so we are going to learn by measuring the skewness is whether this curve is normal curve or any skewness is there in the data, that is any lenience towards right or negative or positive is called measure of skewness. So we are dealing with the same with the curves, the pictorial representation. So here this is symmetrical, this is called normal distribution, whereas this is skewed distribution. So the entire data, if it is normal, it has to be bent somewhere, some side. So this is left side, it is negatively skewed, we call it. It is right side, this is positively skewed, we call it. So the posture is in this way. Okay, whereas here the posture is in this way. Okay, so where the x bar median mode are having different point, this point is different, this point is different, whereas here all are in the same point, this is what the point, right? So this is with regarding to the measure of skewness by pictorial model. Whereas what are the types of calculating the skewness? Is there any types? Yes, there are majorly two important methods. One is called Karl Pearson method and another one is called Bowles method. In the previous class we have explained the Karl Pearson's coefficient of skewness. So which uses, so I would like to mention which uses x bar minus mod by standard deviation. This is the formula. It is called SKP. P means Pearson. Okay, P means Pearson. X bar minus mod by standard deviation. Okay, we already deal this kind of Karl Pearson method in the previous class. So we are now dealing SKB. SKB is equal. So we are learning today SKB. SKB means this is based on quartiles and median. So this formula is based on quartiles and median. The Carl Pearson ignored the quartiles and median, whereas this Bowley has been taking into consideration of quartiles and median into consideration. So we know that these things are called positional averages. Positional averages, right? As we learned in the central tendency chapter, these are called positional averages. Quartiles means there are two quartiles, first quartile and third quartile. So and median is nothing other than the second quartile, right? We are dealing with today with that one. Okay, now Bowley's method, yeah, as I said, it require third quartile plus first quartile minus 2 into median. Star means 2 into median divided by third quartile minus first quartile. When writing in shortly, SKB is equal to Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 ME divided by Q3 minus Q1. Okay, then so we are going to deal the same with the form one of the examples. So we'll consider the examples for data type wise. So first we know what are the data types. We know data types are number one, individual data, number two, discrete data, number three, continuous data. Continuous data. Okay, so this example is the first one. We'll consider this one. This example, the marks are given. Marks means we call it as x values. Hence, roll number has no role in the data set. This is only just sequencing the number. So first what we have to do, we have to before doing this, we have to arrange the data ascending order. Have we did it? So the in the example itself is it is in the ascending order. The first step is ascending order. Okay, so arrange the data. Arrange the data in ascending order. Okay, so arrange the data in ascending order. So the given problem itself is having a ascending order, hence so we can use as it is. So it is careful, we have to be careful. Then to calculate the first quartile as dealt in the first chapter in the central tendency, so we are repeating the same one once again, the finding the first quartile, third quartile and median. So for first quartile, what is the formula? Q1 is equal to n plus 1 divided by 4. What is n? N is the number of elements or number of items in the distribution. Total number of items. How many are? N is equal, there are 7. There are 7 students are there in the data given. So 7 plus 1 by 4 is equal to second term. What is second term? This is the first term, this is the second term. Okay, this is second term. Okay, so with the pointer options, so ink color, I am taking a different ink color. Okay, so we are using different ink color. Okay, so this is what 15. 15 is the first quartile, right? So likewise, what is median? Median is equal to n plus 1 by 2. This is the off part of the data. 7 plus 1 by 2 is the fourth term or fourth item. So fourth item is, this is what, 28. So we got it the 28. So coming to the third quartile, it is the 3/4 quarter, 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 into 7 plus 1, 8. So you will get the sixth term. Okay. So 8 3s are 24 divided by 4 is equal to sixth term. Sixth term is nothing other than, sixth term is this one. This is the value 40. So we have to consider only the values, not, this is identifying the marks set only, the term only. Then we have to take into the values. X value is the real value. So some of the students are missing to write these things. So this is very, very fundamental, right? So coming to the how to calculate SKB. B means Bowley. So as I said, Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 median divided by Q3 minus Q1. So by substituting the values, okay, values, you will get the value of, okay, so 40 plus 15 is equal to 55. 2 into 28, this comes into 25, 25, 50, 56, 56. So 55, 56. Oh, this is only, you will have only 1 divided by 40 minus 15 is equal to, you will get the 25. So 1 by 25. 1 by 25, that is in the minus value. Hence minus is the 0.04. Okay. So this is, we have to interpret the data. It is a negatively skewed distribution. Negatively skewed distribution. So you know the minus 1 to minus 0, 0 to minus 0.99 up to 99, you may get the answers. Okay, so it is 0 to 0 to, so how much it is? Minus 0, minus 0, minus 0.04. That is very, very less, very, very least, near to 0. Near to 0, this is the skewness. So anyway, it is a negatively skewed distribution with 0.04 is the skewness value. Okay, so this is with regarding the data set individual type. Okay, then next we are going with the another data set, that is called, we call it as a, what type of data it is? There are marks are given, students are given. So 10 marks, how many students got? 2 students, just like. So this is right. So this is with regarding to data, and this is called discrete data. Discrete data set. Yes. So for that also exactly same formula is used. What we use it for individual data, the same formula is used, because it is only identifying the term and identifying the x value. Okay, so with this, so Q1 is equal to 125 plus 1, you got the answer 126 by 4. So 126 by 4, 126 means, so 126 by 4, 126 by 4, you will get 31.5. Okay, 31.5 term. So that is where it is, I have already made a different distinction. So red color it is given. So hence this is called Q1. Okay. Whereas median. So Q1, Q2, Q3. This is what the sequence. This is called Q1. This is what a median is nothing other than Q2. This is Q3. Okay. Median also called Q2. So hence the second value n plus 1 divided by 2, that is you will get the term is 40, 63rd term. 63rd term you will get the 40. Okay, this is median ME. Okay, whereas so Q3 also in the same way you will get the you will get 50. Okay, so as it is calculated 94.5 term, 94 5 94.5 term is falling here. So in the CF we have to see falling here. So after 66, 65th is covered by 40. So 66th to 101 items are falling in this column, this X value, this row. Hence this is the Q3 class or Q3 row. So where you are finding is the Q3. Okay, now this is the time for substituting the values in the formula. So Bowley given the formula Q3 plus Q1 minus 2ME divided by Q3 minus Q1. So actual work is only this one, just substituting the values in this one, whereas finding the Q1, Q3 and median is already learned in the first chapter or the central tendency chapter, though. So our duty for learning purpose only substituting these values, but in the main examination you have to calculate the entire calculations, that is finding Q1, Q3 and median, then only it is called essay type question. Okay, so this is regarding the SKB, where we have substituted value. 50 is the Q3, 30 is the Q1 minus 2 into 40, that is called median. Okay, so 50 plus 30 is equal to 80. You got 80. 2 into 40 also 80. By 50 minus 30 is equal to 20. So 0 by 20, it is nothing other than 0 by anything is called 0. Hence, there is no skewness, not a skewed distribution. Not a skewed means this data follows normal distribution, where according to us here all the values are concentrated perfectly distributable. Okay, so this is what with regarding the calculation of skewness by Bowley method. This is what kind of data? This is data of discrete data. Then going to calculate another data type, that is what where data is given in this manner. So these are called classes. Okay, so what is the important for calculating the Bowley method is when the data is given both ends are unlimited below 10. Okay, below 10 may be 0 to 10. Okay, profits. And with regarding to profit, so it may go negative also. You can interpret in that way. So that means so below 10 it is in the given lakhs. So below 10 lakhs means even 0, even minus also may be covered. Whereas coming to the 50 and above, 50 and above means it need not be up to 60, 70, 80, 100 like that, anything. But when data is given in this way, you are not able to calculate mean type of calculations. Okay, because we need all the values with same class interval. Okay, so hence mid is not calculatable for this kind of data. Otherwise, you made an assumption that it is equally having classes for both ends. This is an assumption you can make and calculate mean, but it is not a perfect one. Coming to the what positional averages, these are not affecting. What are the positional averages we said? So median, quartiles, deciles, percentiles. These type of are these are called positional averages. So positional average based on the position only. So both ends are not at all affecting the values, hence positional averages. Okay, so positional averages. So we must understand that when this type of data is given, even in the question, the examiner not asking the calculate coefficient of skewness by just leaving anything. If they are not also given Bowley type method, you have to follow Bowley method. Why? By seeing the data, you have both ends are unlimited data. Okay, so these are open-ended. We call it as open-ended data. So open-ended, closed-ended, open-ended, open-ended. So open-ended, when open-ended data is given, you should not calculate the Karl Pearson method of skewness. Okay, so this is about the very basic thing. Okay, now we are going for the calculation part. Yeah, as we calculated for the individual data and also discrete data, now we are calculating for continuous data. So for continuous data, in the same procedure, frequency is given, the property the class values are given, these two lines are already given, whereas this is what we have to draw additionally, that is called cumulative frequency. So 5, this is the first up to below 10 lakhs, you got 5 5 what is this companies are, yes, number of companies. So companies, whereas 10 to 20 lakhs, 12 companies, like 20 company, like that. So we calculate just like this: 5 plus 12, 17; 12 plus 17 plus 20, 37. Okay, in this way you will get the cumulative frequency. Okay, this is what n. So by totaling of frequency also you will get the same answer. Okay, you must be careful, and this value is equal to this value, otherwise some mistake happen. Okay, so this is regarding the calculating n. Yes, we have calculated. Then what is the step? We must be careful whether the classes are given ascending order or not. Yes, this is ascending order. Ascending order. If ascending order is not given, you have to arrange the data into the ascending order. Okay, order. Otherwise, the entire calculation goes wrong. Next, so coming to the calculation part. First one is, what is that you want? So first quartile is, the formula is n by 4, minus PCF by F. This is the L1. L1 means I have given the, what we call it, the yeah, L1. These are lower limits, this side lower limits, this side upper limit. This is upper limit, this is upper limit, this is lower limit. Okay, so the lower limit of the classes, so I have given some colors based on the where it is falling. So first you have to, first step what we have to do, n by 4. First we have to do n by 4, that is 60 by 4, so that you will get to 15, 15th term. Where it is falling 15th term, 15th term is falling in this class, this green color class. I have already made a color, so green color class. So now you have to take the values of this column, this row only, this class only. So q1 is equal l1, l1 means this is what l1. Okay, so n by 4 as we got it 15th. So then previous to this one, previous to this one means PCF means previous to this class, previous cumulative frequency is the PCF. For what? For this calculation only, not for all calculations, this calculation only. Okay, so we got it. So this is 5 64 by 4 by minus 5, or you can straight away write the 15th item as it is already calculated. So by this is what the 10 we got it here, plus, so 15 minus 5 divided by 12. Why 12? This is called f into 10. 10 means the gap between 20 minus 10. So this is what. So by calculations you get the 18.33 as the quartile 1. In the same way quartile 3, this is yellow color. Quartile 3 also identified 3 by 4th n. So 3 by 4th n means you will get to 45th term. So simply doing 3 times of this value, 15th into the 3 times. In that way also you can easily calculate. So L3 means in this value, this is L3 I have given in this L3, that is the 30. So likewise F you will get here, this is PCF you will get here. So by writing this you may be confusing, but don't confuse. So when you are writing for this class, so this becomes the PCF. So right, so 30 plus 3 into 60 by 4, that is you got 45 minus 37 by 16. 16 means F into 10, this is also 40 minus 30. So that the calculating value is Q3 is equal 35. Okay, so the next calculation is median. We need median. So in the same way, n by 2 means 60 by 2 means 30. 30 where it is falling in this green color class, it is falling. So 20 has been taken as a L. Okay, this is F, 20 is the F, this 20 is F, this 20 is L. Okay, coming to the, this is called PCF for this data, this Q3. Okay, then we have to substitute the values. So 20 plus 60 by 2 minus 17, this is what PCF, divided by 20, this is what the F, into 10, so that you will get 20 plus 6.5. So additionally the median is called 26.5. Then finally calculate the Bowles method of skewness. So by using the formula Q3 plus Q1 minus 2ME divided by Q3 minus Q1. So the same way, so by substituting what are the values we got in the Q3 we got 35, Q1 we got 18.33, as ME we got 26.5. In the previous slide you can see, so 18.33 and 35.33, 35.0. So these are the values have to be substituted in the SKB formula. So where by doing all simplification, you'll get 53.33 minus 53. So that only 033 divided by 033. This is plus value 033 because plus value minus 53 plus 53.3. So you will get 16.67. Okay, so the answer is plus 0.2. So this is positively skewed. So up to what? 20% positively skewed. So this is up to 0 to, as I said, 0 to plus 0.99, or even 1 plus 1 up to 1, or up to 1 up to 1. Hence, so the difference is 0.2 means 20% if you guys. So this is positively skewed with a 20% concentration. So towards the positive side, right side. Okay, this is with regarding the what kind of data it is. This is continuous data. Continuous data. So continuous data. So far we have calculated the Bowley method of skewness, coefficient of skewness for three type of data. One is individual data, another one is discrete data, and this is the continuous data. So the answers are okay. The answers are simply mentioned here. So you'll get the 0 point. So interpretation, you can elaborate also. The distribution is positively skewed, and therefore the concentration of large values on the right side of the distribution. Up to what extent? Only 0.02. So this is what the strength only. So this extent only positive this concentration about the large values. Okay, so I hope with this I can conclude the Bowley's method of skewness calculations. I hope you understand well. Thank you to all. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, VB Academy of Commerce and Business Studies. Thank you, one and all.